Seems like an all-around good offensive effort today. What were your takeaways from the bats?
And a lot to talk about, right? Brendan Hudson's, I think, a guy that doesn't get talked about enough. You look at what he's doing. He's that, for lack of a better term, it's probably a cliche. A lot of people, he's tough, gets hit by pitches, takes his walks, then hits homers. And then, gosh, even, lined out. He hit that ball so hard that he lined out to first on. And, they got a double play. But, I mean, I think about what Brennan's doing. It's easy to talk about Trey Phelps, right? I mean, gosh, Trey's on fire. Kobe Branch, phenomenal. Daniel Jackson just continues to hit the ball really hard. Ryan Black up there at the leadoff spots, being real patient, getting on base a lot, having quality at bats. And we can just keep moving on down the line. Ryan Wynn today, we've seen it. His BPs have been really good. He's been stacking good days together, and then came out today and had a good one. So, yeah.
What do you think about Zach's performance today and how he's been in his development this past season and stuff?
Yeah, we've worked really hard with Zach on a lot of things without getting into all of it. But, I thought he got us off to a good start in his first outing against Upstate. And then obviously threw really well today. We could have, I maybe could have sent him back out for the fifth, but he hadn't thrown that much in a while. And so, I wanted to get him out on a good note. I thought, he commanded the ball really well. He had the one walk, but that's fine. It was competitive. It was right there, just missed. We chased, probably should have chased a little more contact on it, but that's all right. But he threw the ball really well. Couldn't be happier for him.
Caden was just saying that he kind of saw it in Zach's eyes before that start today. What did you sort of see from him?
Yeah, Zach was really good for us last year in the fall and early spring. He got a start when we went to Wilmington last year and just kind of got singled to death. And, this game's hard. Guys will lose some confidence and waver and, different things. But we're starting to see Zach do what he can do. And he had a good look about him today when he showed up to the yard.
Caden going out there and providing that length for you guys. What did you take away from his start?
I mean, that's the guy. I mean, that guy threw 93 innings last year in the Big Ten. And, he's a veteran. You would think, to compare it, it's the guy on a big league staff who is going to go out, keep you in every game and eat innings. I mean, you can't put a price on him.
Coach, Colby had the great play in Game 1. What can you say about his consistency on the defensive side of the ball?
Guys, I said it last year. I thought Colby was a Gold Glove shortstop. Made 4 errors. In my mind, he really only made 2. It's a really hard position to play. You guys know how many opportunities the shortstop gets, and you look at that, and we'll talk about that one around here for a while. And he's just off to a phenomenal start. That's what your older players should do. Slow the game down. I think he's having some really good at bats too. Not to get off of his defense, but he's just an all-around complete really good player.
I think it was 9 strikeouts through the first 3 games combined. What's been the key to building that plate discipline while keeping the power there?
We got to define success for each player. Ryan Wynn's an easy one to talk about or use as an example. Guys, just because Daniel Jackson or Brendan Hudson or Trey Phelps or some of these other guys can hit the ball to the moon, that doesn't mean that's who you are. Everybody's got their own level of success, and Ryan Wynn, for example, is a gap-to-gap hitter and a doubles. Now he's got power. He'll run a ball out. But I think guys are just starting to know who they are, and let's go up there and be who you are. You don't have to be Daniel or Trey or Huddy or some of these other guys who've hit some moon shots.
Got time for one more question?
Good.
Thanks,
Thank
guys.
you.